of Beer, Blues, and BS. Kidder and I are joined by JS Gunslinger and the local geek for a recap of our Thanksgiving festivities, along with Black Friday shopping. You know, Kidder's a big fan of the whole Black Friday shopping. Did he go out? Did he suffer the slings and arrows of the wind to get himself the deals? You'll find out. And hey, I got some new things that I'm going to show off, so that's will be fun. Overall, it's a pretty good show. I mean, except for that thing that happens at the end. Great. A great show. I promise. Trust me. Don't worry about the thing that happens at the end. It's okay. We'll get through it because you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder. Work all beverage, porpoises, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast who says that the official food of Thanksgiving should be a turducken. Should always be a turducken. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Oh, just living my best life. Yep. Avalanche are behind right now. The Sioux are behind right now. For all I knew, you've been watching this whole thing.
No, I haven't been watching hockey. I've been watching football, and you could tell that because my Dolphins got creamed by the Packers last night.
Tell me something that hasn't happened for the past 20 years.
Well, the Dolphins haven't won a Super Bowl in 20 years, so there you go. Anyway, but
the score is final for that. Great.
Well, on that depressing note, Kidder, we're not alone. We are being joined by the Triple B brewmaster of the local geek. Hopefully he's going to bring some positivity to the show. How you doing tonight?
Hopefully he brought beer.
I did bring beer. How you guys doing? It's been a little bit since I've been on again, but I was planning to try to join you last time you recorded and ended up we had a night without the kids, so we went out and had a good time on the town, checked out the new bar Oscars, and didn't get home until midnight, so I figured you guys were probably done by that point. I didn't even try to join.
We weren't. We weren't. The very quick, because I want to get to everybody's favorite segment. Story about the last time we recorded. Unfortunately, Kidder got called into work, so we didn't start recording until I think it was 10 o'clock. So JS came in at 10 and he's like, where are we? Middle of episode 2? And I said, no, we haven't even started yet. And, he's like, oh, great. So JS was my host. It was my co-host. It was me and JS. So that's how last recording went. But because of that, well, you eventually got there. But
you're in spirit.
It was midnight by the time we were done. And as I finish up this recap, and just in time for everybody's favorite segment, What's on Tap? Why, it's the Triple B Armorer himself, JS Gunslinger, kicking down the tavern door and joining us. How you doing tonight, JS?
Gentlemen, I am coming to you live on location from my shower. Pants are optional. I will leave the viewers to determine whether or not I'm wearing them.
I was gonna say, thank God you're clothed, but I can only see you from the nipples up. So,
I will say, for being a shower, it looks a bit dry over there.
Done. Now we're doing the waterproofing in the walls. So, yeah.
Also, we might get more ratings if
I mean, we could do an Only Friends episode, whatever.
I'll pass. That's good. Anyway, we're on What's on Tap. JS, hey, last one here, first one to drink. What you having tonight?
I'm sure you have yours in your fridge too, but we're gonna go for something special. This is the one, the only real American beer. This is by Hulk Hogan, for Hulk Hogan. This is the Hulk Hogan American beer. Proudly serving the real American spirit. 4.2% by volume, brewed and bottled by the real American La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Special Agreement Chicago. That sentence doesn't make sense.
I am a real
Gin analysis, 10 calories,
fight for what's right.
less than 1 gram of protein, 0 fat. It is a light beer brewed in the United States. And we're going to taste what this Hulkamania goodness tastes like.
And this What's on Tap is brought to you by Jeremy, who smuggled this into the state because it's not available anywhere near here. So big thanks to Jeremy for smuggling this in. Big thanks. On top of that, would also like to mention that he gave me this. The look at the logo on that. Mullet and all. Hulkamania's running wild. So big thanks to Jeremy for this What's on Tap. And I can't leave out Steve, because Steve had also mentioned it to me that he was going to look into it. Although Jeremy's the one who came through. Steve's just really good at making pizza. So I want to throw that out to Steve. So keep making some great pizza. Finally got one of these things to Jeremy. But yeah, it was 4 point something %. This is really hard to read. Yeah. This is really hard to read.
I've got some massive lighting in the shower to really accentuate yourself so you can see all the nooks and crannies. So I actually, for once, have decent lighting. I left my ring light at the salon, so I don't have that tonight. But
that's what you're missing. You're getting a little shadowing on your face. We gotta get some front light on there.
True. How's this? Is that better?
Yeah. Sit like that for
now
like 2 hours.
I can't see, but cheers.
Well, it tastes like an American light beer.
It tastes like Bud Light, but here. I'm going to go 3.8, maybe 4 on a good day. A real hot day, this would be a 4.
3.9er.
Yeah.
So decent ratings there.
Nice and crisp for a Hulkamania.
It's a smooth, got a nice crisp finish to it. You've got like a nice wheat flavor to it. Like it doesn't taste like straight up rice beer. It actually tastes like it's brewed with wheat, and I don't mind it.
Nice. That was going to be one of my questions. Does it taste like it's a ricey one, or?
No, to me it actually tastes like they brewed it with wheat. That could just be because I don't drink Bud Light ever, but it doesn't quite have the taste. It doesn't taste like Busch Light, So it's not a corn beer
or water.
America at its best when united.
110 calories.
Yep. America's at its best when united, and if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's the simple pleasure of sharing a beer. That's why we started Real American Beer, to bring the people together, one beer at a time. The Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hold that like right at the right angle to read that because it's silver writing on a silver can with a gray background.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hulk Hogan, if you ever see this, I know a guy who can help you with your design problems. We work somewhat cheap.
we'll help you.
They might work for free beer.
I mean, free beer, need a little money because nobody pays for this show. So free beer and a sponsorship deal.
And now that we've heard about the Real American Beer, let's go to the guy in Lederhosen and find out what the local geek is having this evening.
Well, I'm having a little bit of a bittersweet beer, so Future Howard, cue up the sad music. I'm having a Stone's Throw from the Fargo Brewing Company, who, as we discussed the last time I was on, closed their doors on Wednesday. So, well,
Quitters.
as of today, by the time this airs, it'll be a little bit old, but figured I'd toss one back in honor of them and the beer they've put out over the years. And that's one of my favorite beers that they've made, so I picked up a couple 6-packs of it when I saw it at the store. I'll definitely give it like a 4.8 out of 5.
Nice.
Bunch of quitters.
Yeah. Gents, I'm going for a little bit of something that I've had on the show before, but trying it in an interesting experimental variation. I have here from the Toppling Goliath Brewing Company. It is the last holdout from IPA Appreciation Month. It is my last can of Pseudo Sioux, which I've had on the show. I enjoy it. Great IPA. But there was something the last time I had this that I wanted to try. And that is, I want to try this IPA, which is supposed to, be a nice kind of bit of hops, bit of mango, all that. But I want to try it by mixing it in a glass with some green olives. I want to see what that'll do. I want to see what that tastes like.
Can't make it any worse.
Could make it better.
I mean, if making it better isn't hard, it's just don't drink it.
Get a nice pour going. I went with like 6 olives in here because, you can never have too many green olives. Or can you?
I'll agree with you on that. I can eat olives by the case. So,
but do you drink them with your beer or have them with your beer? Have you done that one, JS?
I'll just eat them straight. But yes, I do put them in beer. I love olives in my beer.
Yeah, but I haven't found like a limit on it. I know, like if you ask for it, like at a like a bar, usually like they might give you like 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky.
Yeah, you gotta ask for extra.
Right. It's like, nah, man, I want some olives in my beer. But
you'll ask for a jar of olives with a side of beer instead of I want a beer with a side of olives.
I mean, there you go, JS. Just get the jar of olives, unscrew it, drain out the juice.
Why? Drink it.
I guess you could do that. I was just gonna say, then you put your beer straight in, and you have beer-soaked olives that anytime you want them.
You don't want to waste that good juice. You just drink it straight out of the jar.
I do have to also say, as a sad story to go off of that, I was recently at a place that loves wing beer and sports, and they were out of olives, and so I had to have a naked Bud Light.
Well, your first problem is that you had a Bud Light.
I know, but I'm trying to be cheap. because it's special.
Then drink Bush. At least it tastes good.
What the hell is that? No, so here's the thing. I don't know if this is going to show up on cam. You see that olive that's right up against the glass?
Mm-hmm.
You see those two white things?
Did you get garlic stuffed olives?
No, those are upstairs. When I poured out the last of the beer into the glass, this big chunk of white crud fell into my beer.
That serves you right for getting an IPA. Yep, just pour it out. Eat the olives.
Look, right there.
I'm gonna say that's probably mold.
It's a pine cone.
I wonder if it was fermented in the can, so it is like the yeast that settled off after it finished carbonating.
Yeah, I don't know. It's that is like white and looks like some sort of like caulking compound.
This is a family show, Howard. Good God, man.
I'm getting high doing waterproofing in my shower, so
Sheesh.
I had a box elder bug just try to crawl into my beers. So.
Well, at least you know what that is. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I want to continue drinking this. I mean, it's not like I'm Howard the Lucky, right?
Hey, if it's mold, it's just an extra dose of penicillin for you. You could probably use it.
I got an extra IPA in my fridge that somebody pawned off on me if you want me to run it over quick.
No, now I'm just disappointed because I got like 6 olives in there.
Hey, just strain it out, eat the olives.
No. Cheers, gents.
It's just mold. You can do it, Howie. We have faith in you.
Howard's taking one for the team.
I take a lot for the team.
I think that's payback for IP Appreciation Month is what that is. I think it's a sign.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but that was gross. And whatever it was. And I can't believe I'm still drinking this, but I'm going to. And for you, the Triple B audience, you're welcome.
The beer gods have spoken. No more IPAs.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Says the man who pawned that IPA off on me.
I don't know what you're talking about. You seem to like them, so I figured that'd be a nice present for you.
The joys of IPA Appreciation Month.
It was fun.
It was. It was.
It was something. Funny was not the word. It was something.
I mean, it could have been worse. That's for sure.
It made for good content. It did not make for good beer tasting.
Well, that's just part of it. People like it when we suffer more than when we have a good time.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Which, hey, speaking of the old suffering, we are, of course, recording this on Black Friday. Anybody go out and suffer the slings and arrows of the wind to get the deals?
I went out, but I didn't do any of the mad Black Friday shopping. I went out and got some tile so I can take my shower. Went and got a battery for the wife's car because it's barely starting, so we had to put a new battery in. I put up some kennels at Pet Place. I mean, I braved the elements and braved the crowds just to put up a kennel.
I was going to say, that's like half the crazies just going out, not even for the deals, just any kind of shopping today.
I did go to Menards today. Yeah, I said it. And I was not mauled by a crowd of people.
Yeah, that's because you didn't take me with you.
I went later in the afternoon, so there wasn't nearly as many people there. I even got a front row parking spot. So,
wow.
Yeah. but it. I went there to get tile for my shower, and I was gonna pick up a safe. They were out of safes.
So you're not safe.
Hey, what?
Uh-oh. You okay?
Oh, I spilled the waterproofing on the actual floor, and I can't get out to fix it because there's a paint tray full of waterproofing in front of me. I spilled on the floor. Don't step in it. Can you clean that? Thank you.
Oh, it's so sad. Both
Yeah,
of the
right
spilling,
now,
but
it's
also
not- it's-
about the same as this game.
I didn't go out Black Friday shopping, but I did finally bite the bullet, and I pulled the trigger on the all-in-one brewing system I've had my eye on. It was on sale on one of the websites I shop at. So the next beer I make will probably be made in that. It'll probably be the mini DNA that I haven't gotten around to making yet this year.
Well, you're a little late on the mini DNA this year.
Yeah, I got busy every week, and now it's getting too cold to do it. But I'll do it in my brother's garage, and I'll get to try out the Brewzilla system. So,
All right. Well, you'll have to let us know how that goes.
oh yeah, I'll share the beer with you, and I'll probably be on the show before the beer's ready to drink. So I'll let you know how the process went.
I did a little online Black Friday shopping, but not a whole lot. So I don't know. Hard to want to spend more money and buy more stuff once you just have like Bones 6 come in along with a couple other Kickstarters. Like, I think I tallied it. It's somewhere around like 8 hours it took me to inventory all of it. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. And only had 4 problem pieces.
Nice.
So, yeah. And got my email in going, hey, I'm missing stuff, and knowing Reaper, I'll get something or replacements soon enough. So
Nice. Do they send out any extras when they do that kind of thing? Or
it depends. In the past, what they would do is like if you reported like, hey, I'm missing like the arm off of this figure, they just send you a whole new figure. Like instead of them like trying to figure out the arm and all of that, they would just send out like, here you go. So then you kind of like, well, cool. Now I got 2 figures for the price of 1 and such.
right. I'm just missing an arm. He lost it in battle.
Yeah, or you use that, and you can use that for a conversion. Grab a bit off of a different model, and there you go. But the last Kickstarter, when they did Bones 5, they only sent out the exact pieces you were missing. And because that was a change from how they had done it in the past, I had like put those models elsewhere. Like, oh, okay, I'll just sort them away and put them away, and then all I got were these pieces. And so then I had like, okay, now I got a bag of pieces to go find the models that are missing these. So this time I left the models that are missing stuff on my desk so that if they go that route, great, I can just fix it. And if not, then if I get a whole thing, then cool, I got a whole thing. Otherwise, that was it. That was kind of the extent of my Black Friday shopping. As I said, I picked up a few things, but not a whole
same
lot.
here. That was the big thing I'd had my eye on for. I've been talking about it for probably a year and a half on the show, off and on. I've kind of had my eye on one since then, and finally pulled the trigger. So,
Kidder, you're the king of Black Friday shopping around here. Did you go out? Did you go online? Did you just, suffer like a turkey hangover and sleep the day away?
I'll go with the third one. I briefly looked, and I bought a couple small things just because they were a good deal, but no, didn't go anywhere.
didn't go get any middle of the night sushi or anything like that.
It's eating away at my soul.
That's a big thing for you.
Yeah.
There was middle of the night sushi and I wasn't invited.
Yeah, this was probably one of the first years Kidder was back in Bismarck. I was working overnights at the time, and so we were just looking for something to have for food in the middle of the night, and one of the local sushi places was open. We're sitting at our table, and I see this bright yellow coat walk in, and it's like, I know that guy.
Nice.
Legends of the Yellow Coat. I love Kobe's.
I did buy a few things, actually, I forgot about. A good dishwasher, because, you know, we're old and we do things like that. My dishwasher quit on me, and I put a new circuit board in it. No, my wife's still here. I put a new circuit board in it, and a new touchscreen in it, and neither one of them fixed the problem. So I just said the hell with it and bought a new dishwasher. The other a big box store in town that sells large appliances, which I won't name because I don't like them, they had a really good deal on a dishwasher. So we did buy one. I did also buy a transmission. So the new Gunslinger mobile is one step closer to getting finished.
Looking forward to that.
That one's going to be cool if it turns out the way I want. But, you know, that's always the hard part.
Very
So
disappointed in most of the deals. I'm just scrolling through some of the stuff. It's not very good.
I guess we did go get some used salon chairs from a hair salon. We're going to use them in our new pet grooming salon, and when we get the new building up, that's going to be our chairs in our waiting room.
Nice.
But I mean, like actual shopping for deals, yeah.
Well, and it's so hard. There's so, like, I would say few good deals anymore with Black Friday. It feels like so much now, anything that people put out as a deal, it's like, yeah, it's a Black Friday. It's either just like, it's kind of a regular sale price, or, you know, they bumped it up so that they could bump it down.
Or it's
Yeah, like
things
when
like a TV that you don't necessarily need to buy a new one every year.
Mine didn't even have their 11% going on for Black Friday. Like they really didn't have much going for good sales this year. So I was hoping, I mean, I could at least save a few bucks on some of this tile, but that didn't even happen.
I have finished my beer.
Wow.
Did you
I think
die?
that's the first time you've been the first one done.
It's not the first time I've been the first one done. Thank you very much.
And now that you say that, I do recall that. I think I even documented it in the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Truthfully, I just want to get to my olives, and I want to get that cruddy white stuff off of them. So
Yeah, you do.
I have to figure out how I'm going to pull that off with what I got down here. And I was hoping that this piece that I'm trying to glue together would set, but it's just not setting. So
More glue.
I don't know that it's more glue. I think it's too much glue, and I think it's just taking forever to cure.
You need more glue. You need to hold it together with your fingers.
No, what I need is baking soda. Fun fact: baking soda plus super glue,
Yes.
instant bond.
It took me a second, but I did know that.
Yeah. You ever have things that you really want to stick? The thing is, you gotta be careful with that though, because it will build up. It will actually create new material. So if you're looking for like a nice smooth transition, you know, you got to be really careful how you do it.
Works great on cuts.
Yeah.
If you put the baking soda on the cut and then put the super glue on top of that, it stops the bleeding right now.
You can actually just go straight super glue too on that, depending on the depth of the cut.
Yeah, so the liquid coming out of the wound tends to mess with the super glue sometimes, and it prevents it from drying right away. So you end up with this giant glob of super glue that's now stained blood red. So
Yeah. Fun fact for you, JS. You might know this.
History with Howard.
Already, but super glue was actually invented in World War II, and it was meant actually as a Band-Aid. So it was a battlefield Band-Aid. If you had somebody who had a wound, you could super glue the wound shut. That was the original creation and use of it.
I did know that.
I figured you would. Seemed like something you would know.
You know, kind of in my wheelhouse.
Yeah. But now the rest of the people know. That's right. You tune into the Triple B, you learn things.
We need the more you know graphic. Future Howard.
I'll get right not on that.
We
got to talk to the Triple B legal department first, and
there's no way that is copyrighted. It is like 30 years old.
You'd be surprised, man. Be surprised what people will hold on to.
While we're talking kind of fun facts, I just pulled up the Triple B spreadsheet here, and I'm guessing within a couple weeks of this episode airing, possibly even on this episode, depending upon what's happened on some of the other ones, you guys will have had the 1,000th drink consumed on the show.
How many do we need to drink?
As of last week's episode that came out, 25.
Oh.
So there's, I think you guys
We
are
can
still
do that
about,
tonight.
you guys
Challenge
are still about
accepted.
3 weeks behind, I think. So there's plus the one that came out tonight, so 4 weeks, and then tonight's is 5. So tonight could potentially be the one.
Well, I got one down, and I got 4 more sitting next to me that are all kidder beers. So let's do this.
Got a fridge full ready to go.
I am unfortunately parent in charge this weekend, so I can't help too much. I will provide moral support and entertainment.
Spread some Cheetos out on the floor. Turn on an episode of Bluey on repeat. They'll be fun.
Yeah, I wish it was that simple, but no. Okay. Plan. All extraction is in place, gents. I replaced the blade on my trusty X-Acto knife, so I can now spear the olives out of my glass.
Why did you replace it instead of just using the one that was on there?
Because, it's kind of gross. So
It's just some super gluey paint, Howard. Where's your sense of adventure?
I mean, I just ate an olive off an X-Acto knife. I'm pretty sure I'm living dangerously over here.
You got super glue to seal up the cut.
Uh-huh. Right here.
Have another 1 or 2 of those beers, Howard, then try that.
No. Again, parent in charge. Do not need to visit my wife at work.
What happened was... Did you figure out what your mystery chunk was?
No. It's just like this now tannish, ugly glob on one of my olives. I'll get to it. It's at the bottom, but it's...
I'm betting it's yeast sediment.
I'm sure it is, but it's just a bit, unsettling. It's, it's not what you want in your beer. You watch this chunky stuff just glip out of the can into your beer, and you're just like, I don't know if I want to drink that. I did. I'm going to clean off that olive when I get to it, but
If it's yeast, it's perfectly harmless.
oh, I know. I just don't want to eat it.
If it's yeast, it's harmless. If it's mold, it might kill you. 50-50.
What's your timer got on it there, Howard?
22 minutes, 51 seconds left in the episode.
Okay, there's plenty of time for another beer then.
There is time for everybody's second favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap, Round 2. Drink. So, JS, I know you've been out for a while. So, and you're actually working, so I'll...
Cranberry it is. Here, this one's for you. From you. The cranberry. A real cranberry concentrate vodka and a touch of lime juice. Drink what you like. 16% alcohol by volume, 12 fluid ounces, or 355 milliliters for our greatly confused Canadian viewers. The Bismarck Distillery created good people at Bismarck Distillery, Bismarck, North Dakota. The government warning R2D. I am ready to drink.
And they have, I don't know if it's a canning facility or if it's a mixing facility, but they have a business in Lincoln, right across from Two Track Malting.
Oh, I haven't been over there.
It's
I wonder.
I don't think it's open to the public, but there's signs on the door.
So I wonder if that's a bottling facility or if it's a malting facility.
Would make sense with Two Track Malting right across the parking lot.
Yeah, it would for him. It would probably go great.
Smells pretty good. What do you think, JS?
I'm gonna go solid, like 4.5. Cranberry is one of my most favorite substances on the planet.
It's a nice balance, yeah.
And when mixed with the right substance, it is amazing. My wife makes fun of me all the time for my cranberry addiction. But, you know, I'm going to shake the camera here a bit.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got to get the action shot of that beautiful painting here that we're doing.
Easy, Bob Ross.
Yeah. Happy trees. Happy trees. Happy trees.
For once, somebody else is painting on this show, not me.
It'll be the day when I'm doing a project in this show. You guys will have no idea that it was coming or what I'm doing.
Correct. Although it's probably then like something like playing flashing lights.
I mean, I was when we started because they did a couple updates, but I shut it down.
I'm gonna say that or mowing his lawn.
That's what we should do. An episode while I'm out mowing my lawn or playing Lawnmower Simulator.
Or shoveling. Show us that snow shoveling championship muscle.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
I did that the other day a couple times. Yeah. I will say I put this up.
Nice.
Yeah. You rearranged.
You did a thing.
Before we get too far from the what's on tap, I'm gonna jump in with
what are you
mine.
drinking?
I am having a beer that JS graciously gave me. It is the Youngling Black and Tan.
Ooh.
I've not had one of these ones before. I had the regular Youngling a while back, but
I think you'll like that one.
good. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's
They did
like a 4.5er. That's wow.
They did a really good job on that one.
It's got a smoky flavor on the back end almost. Really like that.
In a fun game of good news, bad news. Good news is I figured out a way to hold the piece that I was trying to glue together so I don't have to sit here and hold it. bad news part of that is I had a little excess glue, so I had to wipe it off, and the only thing I had down here was my fingers. Good news is didn't glue my fingers to anything. Or bad news, depending on who you want for entertainment on that.
Well, I was going to say you held it with your teeth and then you glued it to your teeth.
Yes, it's okay. I'm going to now start taking this box of miniatures and assembling them. So the night is still young.
Well, you can go paint some waterproofing on if you're bored.
Yeah. I still got to try and get this one corrupted olive out of here, but I'm working on it. Ugh. That's just gross. Just gross.
You guys able to go enjoy some turkey with family?
Oh yeah.
Or yourself, even. I mean, whichever one,
We enjoyed some turkey, and then we also picked up kind of a tradition that we started a few years ago. We pick up the Surly Special Edition beers that they release, and we sample those. So we had a Surly Imperial Cola and a Surly Imperial Chocolate Limoncello. The limoncello was really good. The cola, not so much.
So
I feel like the canned colas like that are really hit or miss. Like
It was literally cola mixed into an Imperial Stout. Just the flavors didn't go together well.
Ugh, sounds
That-
horrible.
that does not sound good.
Yeah, I'm pointing at you, Howard, and the guy who's creeping behind Local Geek.
yeah.
Calling everybody out. No holds barred. Everybody gets called out.
Kidder's awake, paying attention. He sees everything going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Closest I got to spending time with anybody yesterday was getting an inappropriate text from JS.
Was he in a shower?
Could have
No,
been.
I mean, he's not wrong. It
Could
was,
have
it
been.
was the proper way on how to cook a turkey to make sure your in-laws never come again.
Or they came twice. I don't know.
I mean,
And that's what Howard gets for trying to show off.
That olive was a little slippery. Let's see. What else is there to talk about in the wonderful wide world of stuff happening?
Do we need another 45 minutes of pizza talk? It's been a while.
I don't know that we need to go to that length.
How about seasonal topic? Thanksgiving dishes. What's good? What's not good for Thanksgiving?
green bean mother casserole for the win.
Yes.
Every year or I shouldn't say every year, but next year we're gonna have a green bean casserole off with myself and a couple of the other relatives.
Nice. You gonna see who makes the best casserole?
Yes, that's right. My my sister-in-law's sister. I don't know, sister-in-law. I don't know what the hell you call that. Makes it really.
Whoa. Careful. We might get onto a TLC at this rate. Like sister wives or something. Like, hold on. Clarification.
She usually makes a pretty good one. She did good this year again. She ran out of cream, so she had to use half and half. So it wasn't nearly the calories that it should have had. So next year I'm gonna bring my A game. I didn't get a chance to make one. I was tiling a floor, so
I haven't tried it yet, but I've been wanting to. Is you put the onions on there, the fried crispy onions or whatever.
Yep.
They also make those in jalapeno, and I've wanted to put those on top of it just to give it that little extra kick.
Ooh. Where do you get the jalapeno ones?
I know Walmart had them at one point. I don't know if they still do.
My way. So I usually make mine with real bacon, and then a lot of cream of mushroom. I don't usually put like actual chunks of mushroom. I'm not a huge fan of large globs of mushrooms, so I don't usually put that in. She puts actual mushrooms in there, and they were good. Like it was
Sounds terrible.
casserole this year. There's no dye, didn't have any texture because, like I said, she ran out of the cream and had to use half and half, so it didn't have the right texture to it. It kind of, I'm not going to say curdled, but it almost had like a chunky texture to it instead of a nice creamy, like sloppy goodness like it should be.
We better let JS know that it's in the chat, otherwise he's not going to know. Just like Howard trying to figure out if he's going to eat that off or not.
Oh,
I put a link in the chat to the jalapenos so you can see what the bag looks like.
Ooh.
And they are in stock at whichever Bismarck Supercenter is in my current history in Walmart's website.
That's not paint on there. Just
This is paint, Howard, is waterproof paint. My paint's cooler than your paint.
I doubt it.
Mine's a cool blue and it repels water.
How good at repelling?
Mine comes in just about every color you could imagine.
And then some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine only comes in like aquamarine blue. So.
Yeah, I got some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the only color this brand comes in. There's a red one. I didn't pay the extra for Red Guard. I had AquaPay or my pay. I mean,
That looks pretty close, Howard.
Yeah, it does look pretty close.
Yeah, you're not far off. I just painted my face.
This is Glacier Blue for anybody who was curious.
I'm getting a lot of paint all over.
Good thing it's water resistant.
Yes. Let's see how much paint I can get on my phone.
I mean, the camera's already got something on it.
What do I want to sub next? Hey.
It's probably stuck on there.
Anybody want some shrooms?
Yes. I mean, no.
That's illegal.
I had shrooms today and yesterday.
Yeah.
They were in my green bean casserole, but they were still shrooms. Does that count? Does that make me a drug addict?
These
Does
ones
that
come
mean
with
I have?
little happy faces on them.
I'll tell you, there was one night we were sitting around our fire pit several years ago, and some guy came up our alley and pulled into our neighbor's yard on a moped. And he goes, "Dude, I just ate a whole bag of shrooms."
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you tell him that the Schnozberg or the Schnozberry police were right behind him?
No, we just kind of let him do his thing.
They were coming to steal his statue of Grimace.
At least they taste like schnozberries.
Oh.
I had to try to explain to my kids who Grimace was. We watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, We got to the part where Ronald McDonald came down in his shoe car with the Hamburglar and Grimace. My son's like, who is that? I had to try to explain to him that McDonald's used to have a mascot and had friends and yeah.
My son knows who he is because a couple years ago when they did the adult Happy Meals, I went and got one just to see what it was all about, and I ended up getting a Grimace with, I think he has 4 eyes.
Was that one worth extra money? I bet you could put that on eBay and make some serious dough off that one.
Maybe. I don't know. I just did it to see what it was all about, and I've done them every year. They've done the adult Happy Meals just to see what they're all about. So.
Did they make you happy?
They have a beer and a 20 pack nuggets.
They make my son happy more than me. He really liked the chicken nugget toys that they had. I think it was last year. So we ended up getting a whole collection of those ones.
I think I have one of them over here. If you need another one.
I mean, they could have a cheeseburger or a 20 piece and like a box of ammo or something like that for the toy.
That would be cool. You buy 50 adult Happy Meals and then you get an M&P 9.
I mean, the high point at that rate, it'd be good.
I would get one within a week.
It would take me a long time to even get 50 of them. I couldn't even tell you the last time I ate at McDonald's.
I mean, it's been a couple days for me, but if I could get a free M&P 9mm metal pistol, if I ate like 50 kids meals, I'll get it done.
I mean,
I'll get it done.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You start passing the Happy Meals out to homeless people, and
you know that's true. You have a very good point. I would probably get it done in one visit.
I will take
rebate for
Happy
my
Meals
free
and a
gun.
4473, please. I'll be in the back. I'll be at the back table filling out paperwork.
Yes. Just to make sure that I got the rules right. It's 5-0, right? Like not 51, not 15. I want to make sure I got all this right. So, what should I have for dinner tonight? The Bach Hotel or the Don Mackles?
Come over to my place. The wife made the wife's making Rotella, the Velveeta Rotella hamburger cheese dip. My nephew and my son and I are gonna binge some Call of Duty for a while.
I mean, it sounds really good, especially because I did not renew my Xbox Live subscription.
You son of a.
Yeah, it went up to like $70 or $80.
Really? Maybe I should read my emails.
He's just gonna keep paying for like 2. Also, Howard sent me an unsolicited pimento pic.
You're welcome.
Especially with some white ooze on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're starting that OnlyFriends episode already.
You just take a look at that and tell me that you would actually drink or eat that.
No, I would take all of those upstairs to the nearest sink, rinse them, make sure that it's all gone, and then eat the olives because God save the olives.
Did you? I didn't see it if you put it up to the screen, but I didn't get to see your mystery surprise.
I did not put it up to the screen.
I meant Howie, if he put his mystery surprise all up to the screen there.
I did.
I guess I'll have to go back and rewatch.
You will. You will. Or, Kidder can just forward that picture on to you. When you can see it. I also sent it to the local geek, so he's got it as well.
Did you get that sports casting one I sent you there, Howie?
I saw it. I hadn't had a chance to really look at it.
Oh man, you missed out.
That's a good one. The next hockey game you do, you need to announce like that. You get way more ratings.
Yes.
Guarantee you.
22 seconds left. We need to get it together, Howard. We're down by 3 goals right now.
I don't think that's going to go well.
It can.
In a fun bit of foreshadowing that would happen earlier in the episode, gents. Howard is now trying to glue his finger closed.
Over the baking soda. What'd you do, Howie?
I put a new blade on an X-Acto knife.
And you forgot that the new one they're sharp, didn't you?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Way to go, Howard, and way to go, Atari Lakadan!
I sharpened our kitchen knives the other day. They are crazy sharp now.
I was gonna say, now you can actually cut something.
Yeah, you can cut everything now. You don't even have to touch the things, and they start cutting.
Nice.
And in a way, JS gets his wish from every episode where Howie's playing with glue. He glued his finger together.
Well, trying to. I'm bleeding a bit too profusely for that to work.
Baking soda, I'm telling you, it works.
I don't have any down here. And on that tragic and very bloody note, gentlemen, we've been talking for quite a while, and I need some medical attention. We better wrap this show up with some cheap plugs. So, Kidder, take it away. I'm going to try and clean myself up. I'll be back.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, it's just cleaning up the old monitor here, like you're probably cleaning up some blood or something over there. So, first of all, beerbluesbs.com is our website. Beerbluesbs.com is right here in the bottom of the screen as Howard makes a quick exit up to get some bandages and hopefully stop the bleed. That's what we want.
I've had that training. You should take it.
Yeah. Stop the bleed. Local Geek, have you seen or heard of that training? Stop the bleed.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I
Very
haven't taken
good.
it, but I've heard of it.
Now that we're all educated, stop the bleed and visit Triple P online at beerbluesbs.com. Also, Facebook and Instagram. Please follow us. Please like our stuff. We want to get out to more people. Please help us. Can't do it without you. Let's see. Other than that, man, we got the merch store at streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs, and that's quite the interesting background Local Geek has with the shark and the top hat. Fedora. It's not a top hat. Fedora.
More with bowler.
I mean, it might be a bowler. I can't remember if Howard has a bowler or not. Local Geek's just swimming in it over there.
Yep.
Taking it in. Okay. All right. Let's see. We got the merch store. Please buy stuff, like the pint glasses. That would be great. We would appreciate that. T-shirts, we got stickers, we got signs. Help us or just send us money because we need help. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Again, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Also, just to mention, we're on every audio platform that's out there, from Spotify to iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Stitcher, IMDb, Player FM, Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast, YouTube Podcast, and then the video version, man, that's on YouTube. If you're watching this right now, thank you. And if you have any of those audio services, please subscribe. Please just hit the show notes and help us out. Let's see. Subscribe, buy stuff, send us money. That's about it. If you want to donate some beers too, or vodka crayons or whatever the case may be, we appreciate that as well. And you can donate a beer, buy us a beer. All the info is on beerbluesbs.com. Now, on to final thoughts. Local Geek was the first of the guests here tonight. So, Local Geek, final thought for you.
Oh boy, I forgot to think of a final thought here. I do have you guys' Christmas presents here, so I will get those delivered. I've got one for you as well, JS.
Oh, that's awful nice of you.
It's a good final thought.
Yeah, that's all I got for this one. I'll try to think of a better one for the next one.
All right, sounds good. And let's head over to JS. He hasn't completely painted the camera opaque yet, but he is working hard on it. Definitely not hardly working. JS, final thought from you. I'm glad I got that recorded.
It doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
Time is not infinite. You only have so much time on this planet, so make sure you're doing good with it.
Yeah. And then back to me to wrap up this show. That's probably a good thing. All right. Well, for Howard Blues, whose final thought is don't run with scissors and don't bite knives, I'm the man, the myth, legend, marketer. Thanks for joining us for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Remember to keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that water-resistant Tuscan highway. Have a great one. See you in the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
A little sad that somebody snuck a New Glarus IPA into my fridge.
Wasn't me. I believe that would probably be JS, you know.
I'm thinking it probably was. After all the dish he gave on the IPAs, and then he's handing them out.
I know. I think he's just secretly become an IPA fan. You know,
I bet that's it.
Just not willing to admit it yet.
If you look at Local Geek's picture, it almost looks like it's oh no, it's gone. His chair looked like it was a hawk that was tripping out. What else do we have? Taco Bell's doing the decades menu where you can get meals from the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s.
That's what that's about. I saw the pictures on the one up at the yards when I was there. I didn't know why they had pictures of all their old.
The caramel apple empanada, or the gordita supreme, the Mexi melt, a green sauce burrito, and the tostada.
You have tostadas?
Yep.
Ooh. I got the frequent red pepper a couple weeks ago. I was up in the Grand Forks for getting some stuff for my parents. I was working on fixing some stuff in their house for them. And I hit up the old red pepper, got myself some tostadas with some white sauce, and what else did I have?
There you go. There it is.
There's too much on that.
$2.
Nope, there's too much on it. They ruined it.
Well, you can customize it.
You need cheese and white sauce. That's all that should be on there. Cheese and white sauce.
It's been such a long time that I don't even remember what I last ordered at Red Pepper. And on top of it, what I ordered was not what people normally order there because I think most of the stuff sucks.
You are a disgrace to the University of North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
You are not allowed to think to think that red pepper is not the greatest food ever.
I know.
You clearly did not pay enough tuition.
That is incorrect, sir. I know you never saw my statement. That is incorrect, sir.
If yours looked anything like mine, I agree with you.
I was somewhere north of 65K because I took the doctorate plan without getting a doctorate.
Oh, you mean you were in college for 7 years too, and only got an associate's degree?
It was 6.5. I got a bachelor's, but still.
Yeah. No, my wife would agree with you. She is not a red pepper connoisseur. She is shaking her head in disgust.
No. I like the white sauce, and I can't remember what I got that I actually enjoyed. Maybe it was just like an Italian type grinder. Maybe it was the basic ass grinder. But
Grinders are really good. I like.
But none of the beef, none of the other garbage with it.
I mean, it's kind of dog food, but it's got good seasoning. You know, doesn't matter what it tastes like or what it looks like. It tastes good. Just shut up and eat it.
I think part of the problem is I needed half the bottle to make it taste good.
Well, I mean, most of the people that were in there had half a bottle, so.
Hey! Yes.